CNG industry is kind of evolving, and last year this industry was 5,000 vehicles per month, which is a 4-time growth when you see over a period of 4 years. This has happened because of lower fuel cost, lower operating economics, and it has the ecosystem has also supported in terms of the various fuel pumps across being set up to enable the adoption of CNG vehicles in the commercial vehicle. And we believe that this is going to grow leaps and bounds as we progress further, depending on the town, depending on the regulation, depending on the ecosystem building around. So we are pretty confident that the CNG is going to grow leaps and bounds in this country. However, before we get into our proposition, there are certain worries, there are certain challenges, there are certain queries that is there in the customer mind to make this adoption easier and faster. So let's look at what are those kind of questions which keeps coming in the mind of consumers when they are making a purchase decision to buy a CNG product. So one, we all know that there are lesser number of CNG pumps, which is one big question that we come across from our consumers when they visit us at our dealership. Then, because of the less number of pumps, it implies that there will be a higher waiting period when they go to refill their vehicle in those pumps. Then the range anxiety if they have to do intercity travel. Within the town, if there is as there are restricted capacity with which a guy can operate in terms of the kg gas that it can be filled in the CNG vehicle. So there is always an apprehension, what if I run out of my CNG? So that is an anxiety which keeps kind of always reminding back the customer that what happens if this is something I lined up, and because of the lesser fuels, what do I do? And all this, we all know that there is a commitment, there is a time, there is a turnaround time that every consumer has to deliver when it comes to the business. So he will affect his reputation in the business because of adoption to this technology. Now, understanding these apprehensions is a part of what I showed you in the beginning. Is how do we understand what customer needs, what are his apprehensions, and how do we bring that back into our product so that we are able to kind of give some solution to the customer in making the adoption faster and quicker. And that is what we are going to present in our new Supro Duo, as you see. So we are very, very proud, we are very, very honored. Along with you, we are bringing this to you, which is the Supro CNG Duo, which is double ki taakat, which is the power of 2. A reliable, efficient and cost-effective mini truck. A mini truck that we believe will alter the landscape of the industry. And let's understand why. So as you see that the Supro Duo will have 2 CNG cylinders, which will have a capacity of 75 liters. 30 liters and a 45 liter tank will be there in the Supro Duo CNG. Plus, you will have a 5 liter petrol tank in the Supro Duo, which will give a complete peace of mind in case of the CNG running out. The customer can run on the petrol to the next nearest station and can also plan his entire trip during the day. This is something that I would like you all to take a note of. Class leading mileage of 23.35 kilometers, both Supro Duo and the petrol tank put together the customer can drive this vehicle for more than 325 kilometers. So that's something which is a breakthrough in terms of the range that we are talking about. And with this, he can also do a lot of intercity travel and not restrict himself within the town that he is operating in. And we all know, we are sitting in Delhi NCR. We all know that how restrictions are playing around. We know this is again something which is industry first, and I would like you to make a note of this. Normally in a CNG vehicle, you are supposed to start the vehicle in petrol and then you are supposed to move into the CNG. Okay, here you need not do that. You can start the vehicle in CNG and you need not switch between the fuels. So this leads to lot of savings when it comes to the cost that you incur through the mileage that you get over a period of time. So this is something which is first in the industry that we have been able to get, which is you can start the vehicle in CNG and not in petrol. So this is a technology, a path-breaking technology that we have been able to get in our vehicle. Again, objective is to go back to our statement on the small commercial vehicle, which is drive savings, and thus leading to more value out of the product and thus leading to a higher cost. Now, quickly let me take you through each of the value proposition as far as the Supro Duo CNG is concerned, and let me start with the performance parameter on the Supro Duo CNG that we are launching. I don't have to explain this, we all know when it comes to load carrying capability, this is best in the class, and most of the places now are regulating the load to the rated capacity, and this is something which is going to help customers carry more load and thus again translating into earning more. While we have ensured that the customer can carry more load, but when it comes to volume, you will also need to understand that how do we incorporate the design in designing the cargo deck, and again it has the longest proposition in terms of the leaf spring. So it is a combination of the cargo deck length size, the width of the cargo along with the leaf spring, which enables Supro to carry the best in class load, which is 750 kg, which I showed you in my previous slide. In any kind of condition, and that is the reason you need a good torque, and you see here we have a torque of 60 Newton meters so that we can pull the load with ease. And when it comes to save the consumer on the time, which is the turnaround time, which is very, very critical in this segment, the power of 27 horsepower will help the consumer to turn around the goods in a very, very faster and shorter. Now let's look at some of the style aspect, and I must tell you that while many of us may not think that this is one important parameter when a customer comes and wants to purchase us, but we have seen that the customer in this category wants the kind of respect within the community that he is operating or he is living with. Style is one of the most important criteria which comes up, may not be as a purchase driver on point 1, 2, but it definitely is a criteria which runs across all the other criteria, which is the performance, which is the mileage, which is the savings. This style things cut across everything, and hence the way we have designed Supro, I would like to spend some time on this. So if you look at some of the design elements in this category, and especially in the Supro, you see that we have given them a wraparound headlamps, and this normally happens in a personal vehicle, but we thought that we need to get this into our commercial vehicle category as well. So there is a plus the kind of comfort, the seats that we have built in terms of the cushion, the thigh support, the back support, everything has been ergonomically kind of put in place to ensure that the ride, the handling, the ingress, the egress is very, very comfortable when it comes to the cabin. When it comes to the design from exterior, it stands out. You can see from a distance and you can make out that this is something which is very different. So that is something which we have paid a lot of attention to see that Supro stands out when it comes to comparing with its competition. Safety is one feature that is kind of catching up, and you would have seen that government is also doing a lot. Ministry of Heavy Industry is doing a lot when it comes to safety, and Mahindra, have been in the forefront of making safer vehicles. We believe in this very, very strongly, and our commitment is that we will have to be the number one when it comes to making a vehicle safe in its category, and we abide by that. When it comes to safety, you can see there are two things that, before I talk on the structure of the vehicle, which makes Supro safer vehicle in this category. This is something that we have been very, very mindful of, and when you look at what we have done, so there is a sensor available in the vehicle which checks on the pressure of a high CNG leak, and it cuts off the CNG supply, thus making it absolutely safe. If there is a less leakage, minimal leakage which is there in the vehicle, then there is a check lamp alerting the drivers to take proactive action. So these are some very, very important things that we have done to make the vehicle safe for using it. When it comes to the structure, as I was mentioning, you have the frontmost design coming out to take care of in any case of eventuality. The lower portion of the limb is very, very important, and the way it has been designed, that if there is a frontal impact, the safety of load of 750 kgs and the class leading mileage of 23.35 in the CNG when you drive on CNG. We have a short AV for you. I request the team to take the a quick comparison from our nearest competitor, and I will not be speaking much on this, but you can see that we are 125 kgs more payload, bigger CNG tank, the intelligent engine which can start in CNG or petrol, bigger loading area that I spoke about, almost half a feet longer leg, and the suspension system that I shared with you in terms of the 8 and the 7, 8 in the front and 7 in the rear, is something which makes it very compelling as compared to our nearest competitors. Higher mileage of 23.35, ensuring a range of more than 325 plus kilometers. Now the most important thing, we are happy and honored to launch this at a price of, sorry, technical glitch, please. I didn't do anything. Supro Duo CNG at a price of 6.32 lakhs. Happy to share that our Supro Mono CNG, which will make its way for the Supro Duo CNG, we are launching it at the same price. So while you have seen that so many features, so many value addition which has happened, but we have been able to ensure that we launch this at the same price. So my compliments and thanks to the engineering team who have done a lot of value engineering in spite of you saw things getting added into the vehicle. We have been able to manage the pricing of our existing Supro mono CNG that is going out and making its way for the Supro duo CNG. So that's all from my side.